I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite one.
He said, for thus saith the high and lofty one, whose inhabitants is eternity. The Most High is letting you know, this is me talking to y'all. The past, the present, and the future.
Right.
He said, the Holy One that sits on high, sits lofty. I'm above y'all. I'm going to let y'all know that.
Right.
I'm not going to have no question about that. I'm higher than y'all. I'm the highest of the high.
Right.
He letting us know that. He said, I dwell in the high and holy place, and also with those who are contrite and humble in spirit.
Right.
So he said, although he's up there, he's here with us. He's here with us. He's down here with the humble.
Right.
He's down here with us. He's watching over us.
Right.
He said to revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the heart of the contrite. This is what we're doing right now.
That's right.
We're reviving. We energizing ourselves for the fight. When we trying to shake these sins off and purge ourselves, we reviving. We getting a new sense of energy. We ain't tired right now.
That's right.
We ain't tired.
That's right.
In a few minutes, we're going to be jumping on soup and this and that. Some people going to run across the gas station and get a beer. I'm just saying. But right now, we energizing our spirits.
Right.
Your body might feel physically down, you know, but you energizing your spirit right now. Come she.
For I will not contend forever, neither will I always be wroth. For the spirit that enwrappeth itself is from me, and the souls which I have made.
It says, for I will not continually accuse, nor will I always be angry. Most I said, I ain't going to keep accusing you of that thing you did.
Right.
And I ain't going to stay angry.
That's right.
He said, for then the spirits would grow faint before me. He said, I'm not going to break your spirit. Humans do that. Us people do that. You know, we stay badgering a person. You beat a child. You beat a dog till you break his spirit. So he don't want to bite no more or do anything. But the Most High said, I'm not going to break your spirit. He said, I'm not going to break you down. He said, I'm not going to keep badgering you about what you did. You know what you did. You know your sins. Most of us know how much money we got in our pockets. You know, you got $7. You know you got $7 in your pocket. You know what you did. If you stole, you know you stole. So he ain't going to keep badgering you. Come on out with it now. This is your chance. He said, even the souls that I have made, come she.
For the iniquity of the covetousness was I wroth and smote him. I hit me and was wroth. And he went on forwardly in the way of his heart.
He says, because of their wicked covetousness, I was angry. Because our wicked conviction, y'all know what I mean. Because of that, he was angry with us. The Most High was angry because, you know, when you in covet mode, you're just a me person. When you see somebody with something, that's nice. You don't give a compliment. I want that. We in the me mode. He said, that's why he angry with us. Because we're not a me people. We're we people. We're a nation. Ain't one of us in here that can do this by yourself.
That's right.
Ain't nobody here going to say, I'm going to the land, whether they go or not. Nobody else don't go, I'm going. You get the plane ticket, but you're going to see problems when you get over there.
That's right.
If we go as a unit, as a nation, we good. But he was mad because we was covetous. We just thought about us. And you had it, I wanted it. And the Most High said that made him angry. He said, but they kept turning back to their own ways. And the more he struck you, the more he was angry with you. We went back to that mess. We clean up right now today. But then tomorrow we're gonna go back to some of this mess. We're gonna anger him again. Unless we try hard, unless we remember this stuff, unless we help each other, pull each other's coat, we're gonna go back to the like they said earlier, the dog who licketh up his vomit. Come she.
I have seen his ways and will heal him. I will lead him also in requite with comforts him in his mournings. Peace to him that is far off, and to him that is near, saith Jehovah that createth the fruits of the lip, and I will heal him.
All right. He says, I will lead them and repay them with comfort. See, even though we ain't all of that good, we ain't right. He said the Most High, if your heart get in the right place, he said he'll lead you. He'll heal you with comfort. He'll comfort you in your times of distress. He says, creating their mourners for the fruit of their lips. He said, I'm going to create something for the mourner, the repenter.
Okay.
That's what we are, the repenters. When you're in mourning, you're in the repentant stage. You right where somebody can talk to you. You right at that point where you can grasp some things. He said, I will heal the repenter. He says, peace be to the far and to the near, saith Yahuwah, and I will heal them. The Most High said He gonna heal us here that's trying to get real close to Him, and those who are far off. If we help those who are far off, those who really don't know, but are seeking the far off, they ain't like me here and this guy in Africa. Some people is far from the Most High. We striving to get close, but He said, I'll heal all of y'all. Come, she.
But the wicked are like the troubled sea, for it cannot rest, and its waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, save my God, concerning the wicked.
All right, turn to Proverbs 4:14 through 16.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 14.
Verse 4. Oh, yeah, chapter 4, verse 14. Okay. 14, 16.
Enter not into the path of the wicked, and walk not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass on. For they sleep not, except they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
So the wicked can't sleep at night unless they wrong somebody. They toss and turn at night if they haven't finished that evil that they started. It says, but the wicked are like the tossing of the sea that cannot keep still. The wicked is like that roaring sea. They're always everywhere. When it's a nice, peaceful continent, peaceful place, wicked can't sit here. They can't hang around here. Ain't no action. Ain't no murmuring. Ain't no tale bearing. Ain't no slandering. Wicked can't hang there. It said two things can't occupy the same space. When you in your righteous mode, the wicked can't come in there. They can't come in there unless you leave a door open. Come, she.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the righteous is as the light of dawn, that shineth more and more into the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. My son, attend unto my words. Incline thy ear unto my sayings.
Yeah.
Let them not depart from thine eyes.
Yeah.
Proverbs.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go back to Isaiah. My bad. I'm sorry. This is live, y'all. You can't make this stuff up. I'm looking at all that 50. I'm like, nah.
Okay.
That's what happened, man.
Then we have chapter 58, Isaiah.
Okay.
Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a horn, and declare unto my people their transgressions, and to the house of Yaakov their sins.
All right, this is what we doing, people. This is what we got to gear ourselves up for the fight. This is why we trying to cleanse ourselves, so you feel more confident when you go out there and talk about the Most High. When you go out there and that's like when you first come into law. Those who not born in this way, the zeal that you have when you start reading the Torah, you want to tell everybody. You start reading about David, you want to tell everybody about King David, and that's the zeal we got to get back. But we got to cleanse ourselves on us. And you kind of feel like a hypocrite telling somebody about this great God when you just did something foolish. Right. You just ate somewhere you know was no good. You just say, I pray over the food. When you did stuff like that, it's hard to really tell people about this great God. Because your confidence level is down. But right now is the time when we cleansing our slate and we getting ready to tell people about this great God. Come, she.
Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of their God. They asked of me righteousness.
About being a God-fearing person and being for God. You're going to have to tell people stuff they don't want to hear. You're going to have to look at the person and say, listen, man, I know you, man. I know your spirit. So he said, yet day after day, they seek me and delight to know my ways, as if they were a nation that practiced righteousness. and did not forsake the ordinances of their God. So we walk around with our heads all up in the sky, acting like our Zohar don't smell, you know. But you smell something because your head up in the air, you stepped in Zohar. But this is the people that we pretend to be sometimes. We pretend to be that people who we all good. We all good. He says, as if they were a nation that practiced righteousness. As if we as a whole practice righteousness. As if we was as a whole, like our brother said, if you see the brother's car broke down on the Belt Parkway, as if we was the people who would help him. Yeah, you gonna pass by him and say, listen, I call my AAA. Go get him. Then you're gonna forget to call AAA. Some of us do it. But let's talk about the majority of us. Let's talk about me. Talking about, man, I gotta be late. I'll be late for work if I stop over and change this flat. Everybody ain't gonna do it. So, but we'll talk though. We'll sit down and talk like we the righteous people. We can kick it back and forth like we can do all kind of stuff. But it's when time comes. That's like we was talking in the back office. Look, you can practice karate and boxing and all that all your life. Oh yeah. But when that cat come running up on you, are you going to do what you practice, or is your nerves going to get the better of you and you be like, what is kind of one again?
You got to react then.
That's how it stands. Tell you, when this thing come upon you, how you going to react to this? You got to know how you going to act in the time when this thing come on.
Verse 3. Wherefore have we fasted, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast ye pursue your business, and exact all your labors.
It says, why do we fast, but you do not see? See, now we got a question. That's most of us. That's most of us. Next week when things don't go our way, what was all that Yom Kippur stuff about, man? And I'm still behind in my bills. This car still don't work, man. I can't get another one. What was this fast thing about? I thought I cleansed my sins. I thought I was good now. So why I fast and you don't see it? Why humble ourselves but you do not notice? You know when people do something just so people can see it? I sit there, yeah, I'm humble. That's because you got an audience. That's how I humble myself when you don't see it. I see it. I gotta compliment you on that.
That's right.
Ain't no more for me, no more for you. But you do that and sit there. Prince walked by 3 times. He ain't said nothing about this garment. And you looking for somebody to give you the yo. You don't always get that. Creator show you in his time. He said, look, you serve your own interest on your fast day. That's why I go back to the mind. I go back to the mind because your mind play tricks on you.
Oh yeah.
You sit here and I'll be like, wow, I forgot to call my job and tell them I was taking off. I don't care though. I don't care. But I did for real. I was going to do it yesterday, but I forgot. But that, I had to erase that out of my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm good. Yeah. When I talk to them later on, I let them know.
Exactly.
Some things just they ain't going to work. That's all. That's what. But we do that, and as we fast and as we doing stuff, it says we look, you serve your own interest on your fast day and oppress all your workers. So you're still oppressing people. You fasting, you calling on yo. Is that right? You're oppressing the people that work for you, but you fasting.
Yes.
There's people out there that's doing that. Might not be none of us, but there's people out there that's doing it.
That's right.
God's still going. Did y'all restack the 3 shells? I told y'all to restack?
That's right.
Okay, good. Put your thing back on your head. You got your business on your mind, but you're still trying to get to the Most High. Come on.
Verse 4. Behold, ye fast for strife and contention, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye fast not this day so as to make your voice to be heard on high.
It said, look, you fast only to quarrel and to fight. You you fast right now, so you can say, I did a better fast than you.
That's right.
Did a better fast than you. I had sackcloth on, I walked in rocks, I took my shoes off.
Hot rock.
Hot rocks. I afflicted myself more than you. Huh? Little Prince talking about he fasted, inflicted himself sleeping on that blow-up mattress. Kind of affliction is that blow-up mattress? And the pillow sits there. The protest though, man. I was angry while I was in it. But see, people look at that and they're like, you know, we do it for quarreling. It says to strike with wicked fit. It says such fasting as you do today will not make your voice heard on high.
Oh.
Everybody ain't gonna be heard. It says such fasting as we do, if we don't try to get this correct, and the Most High knows our heart. I don't know who did what today. I wasn't concentrating on it. Except for my grandson, I was kind of watching him or something. If I'm wrong for that, I want to be ready. Kept my eye on him, but you know, for the most part, he wasn't supposed to be watching the next person.
No.
He wasn't supposed to be doing this. And then go and just want to say our prayer, forgive me for all for this, and then you going back and doing. So he said, this is not the thing that's going to be heard on high. And I'm not saying that any of our prayers are not, but it's not up to me. I'm just saying what the book says, that the prophet was saying to those who try to teeter-totter the fence, try to play both sides of the fence. He said, that's not going to be heard on high, because the Most High is above us, comes she.
Is such the fast that I have chosen, the day for man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Will thou call this a fast, an acceptable day to Yehovah?
Right.
Ask you, is you calling this a fast? What you doing? Is you calling this thing acceptable to the Most High?
Right.
Do you feel good right now? Are you going to leave out of this day feeling good? He says, such a fast that I choose a day to humble oneself. So you know, when you humble yourself, and like I said, we ain't got to talk to each other, we ain't got to do none of that, but when you go before Most High, you come humbly, you say, Father, I know I did this, I know I did that. You know, and again, this is a day of asking forgiveness, but this ain't no day for making vows.
No.
Don't get it twisted now. Because vows that you make here, you got to keep.
That's right.
No, you go out of this day talking about, Father, if you let this sin go, I swear I will never do this again. You're playing games. You're making a great mistake when you start thinking this is a vow day where, I'm cleaning up myself and purge me, Lord, of these sins, and I'll get back dirty no more. You don't get dirty again. It's just we try not to repeat the same sins over and over, especially the ones that we know. You know, like I said, them things that we can think on and you know is wrong, and your mind tell your body to do it anyway. Those are the ones we gotta fight. We know it ain't right. I mean, and we get so many tests and they be back to back to back. The brothers came up here and they talked about finding money and this and that. And then I went to school a couple of months back, and when you go, they give you a stipend check, you know, for like a couple $100 to get your lunch and all that kind of stuff. So all right, so I come back. So the guy called me to the office. Prince, I said, what's up? I said, what's this? It's a check. He said, this is your stipend for going to Oklahoma to the school. I said, yeah, all right, gave me a stipend. They probably forgot about that. I wouldn't worry about it. Nah. You know, yeah. So I went, made a money order. I wrote it back out to the USPS. And then the day later, a letter came saying that you have been overpaid. If you do not return the money or you do not answer this, it will be taken out of your check starting 11/1/2019.
Remember the dates.
Tried me. Tried me. You know what I mean? Instead of my supervisor. Supervisor, they forgot that, man. Sure, they didn't get a number back then.
They account for every cent.
Not the government.
That's the government, man. They get money away all the time. Not Prince. Not Prince. I wrote that money order out. I said, okay. We'll put that right there. So they get their money right back.
Oh, yeah.
But these are things we tried on the country.
Is not this the fast that I've chosen? To loose the fetters of wickedness, to undo the bands of the yoke, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh.
It says, is not this the fast that I choose? To loose the bonds of injustice, to undo the thongs of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, and to break every yoke. Is it not to share your bread with the hungry, and to bring the homeless poor into your house? When you see the naked, to cover him, and not to hide your face from your own kin. You know what the Most High is saying? The way you deal with other people is the way that he's going to deal with the Most High.
Okay.
You can't do nothing for Father. But the Father watch the way you interact with other people. The Father watch the way you treat the homeless, the hungry. It said, give it to the poor is like lend it to the poor is like give it to God. Lend it to God, and He shall repay you in full. So that's what the Most High is going to be watching as we go forward. How you treat people. You know, how we going to have this coat drive in next week or whatever. How you going to look at somebody and say, oh, you don't need a coat. Man, stand on line, give him a coat, give him something to eat.
Right.
Keep it pushing him. But we want to be the judge and the jury too. Oh, now you don't look like you need this. Some people is proud. They come to you with a suit on, but need a suit. So we can't judge.
Verse 8. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thy healing shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of Yahweh shall be thy rearward. There you go.
Again, as we talked about rearward. The rear God. The Most High is the one who watch your back when you're not watching your back. When you're not on point with certain things, the Most High will be there to save you. When you walk out there and that car goes, boom, you go, man.
Torah YAH.
Torah YAH. I got wiped to the 2 blocks down. But the Father is like, look, you all up in your phone. You ain't watching. You ain't still looking at the light. You might do like this to see no cars coming. You go out there. But the Most High said He got your back. He's the vindicator when you're doing right.
Right.
He said, then your light shall break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up quickly. Your vindicator shall go before you. The Most High shall go before you. He has vindication because you're doing that which is right in His eyes. You look good right now. And again, as we say all the time, there's no one that sinneth not. But there is a cup.
That's right.
There is a scale. There's weights.
Right.
Your bad is up here, and your good is down there.
That cup runs over. Talk about it.
Right.
That's right.
But if your good is here, and you know what I'm saying? I did a couple of bad things that I'm not proud of. You know, or some things I did unknowingly, but now they came to my attention, it just messing me up. Most High sees that. You get vindication for that.
Yes.
Then shalt thou call, and Yahweh will answer. Thou shalt cry, and He will say, here I am.
That's when we do it all right. When you see stuff come speedily, when you say that prayer, and like almost the next day, it's like boom. You like Torah YAH. I'm on a good track. And don't get off that track now. Don't get off that track. Keep that thing going. Some people get real relaxed. When things is going their way and the Most High is blessing them, you get real relaxed. You get kicked back. As they say, you wax fat and kick. We can't get like that. That's when you got to start looking around and see who else can stand a little help, a little blessing.
Okay.
That's when you got to open your eyes and see, you know, how you can help the next one. Like he said, when I'm up, somebody might be down. When I'm down, somebody might be up. Let's keep the scale balanced.
If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger and speaking wickedness, if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in darkness and thy gloom be as the noonday. And Yahweh will guide thee continually and satisfy thy soul in drought and make strong thy bones. And thou shalt be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters fail not.
Whose waters never fail. And that's something we're looking for. You can always go to the well
Okay.
and pump that well and water come out.
There you
That's
go.
a
You know,
blessing.
that's a blessing. That means you look good in God's eyes. And we can't take it for granted. And we gotta, you know, it says, if you remove the yoke from among you, and the pointing of the finger, the speaking of evil, stop pointing the finger.
Yes.
Something gotta be your fault. We got people around that's nothing, never their fault. They can always point a finger of why this happened and who did this. You say, stop the pointing of the finger. Even if you know the other person, okay, I know who did it, but let's see how we can get over. Let's see how we can get around this. Don't rally up. Sometimes you just gotta rally up. You know somebody made a mistake, somebody dropped the ball.
Right.
Instead of just pointing, oh, it was him. You gotta come back from across town, you know, and lock the gate you left open. I'm right here. I'll be over there in a minute. I'll close the gate. You gotta rally up sometimes, don't you?
And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations. And thou shalt be called the repair of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in.
It says, your ancient ruins shall be rebuilt. Back, we're gonna have that old time feeling. We're gonna have that zeal that our forefathers had. That's gonna be rebuilt in us. Right now we down. We tried. These people got us hypnotized. But if we keep this up and keep doing this the right way, he said, you shall raise up the foundations of many generations.
Okay.
Our children, they're gonna look on us and see that this is real.
Right.
He ain't faking this. This is real. This is our life. And it's going to pass on for generations. He said, you shall be called the repairers of the breach and the restorers of the streets to live in. He said, we going to be called the Israelites, man. Every time I see them, man, they got some good. I'll be down, I'll be out, and they just restore faith in me. Every time I hear them talking, every time I see them, they just got godly, goodly words for me. And that should be how people perceive us.
If thou turn away thy foot because of the Shabbat, from pursuing thy business on my holy day, and call the Shabbat a delight, and the holy of your whole honorable, and shall honor it, not doing thy wanted ways, nor pursuing thy business, nor speaking thereof.
All right. It says, now if you refrain from trampling the Shabbat, if you stop trampling on the Shabbat and treating the Shabbat the way you want it to be, the way you think it should be, with your add-ons and your diminished froms, if you stop trampling it, stop messing it up. That's all. You just messing the whole Shabbat up. Stop trampling on the Shabbat. Just use it for what it's worth. Refresh yourself. Rest your body. Praise God for that one day out the week that He gave, that you give Him praise and thanks and relax your body. Your body, not His body. Your whole soul is His, but this is your body. He giving you something for you. But don't trample on it. Don't use the Shabbat for what you want to do. Don't cut it in half. It says, from pursuing your own interests on my holy day, if you call the Shabbat a delight and the holy day of your whole honorable, if we start honoring the Shabbat, honoring the Most High, which we should do every day, but give Him this on the Shabbat, just praise God. He said, if you honor it, not going your own ways, serving your own interests, and pursuing your own affairs. Stop pursuing our affairs, stop trying to, how we say, we talk about all kind of stuff. And then you go so far off the Shabbat that somebody got to say, tie it in. Right. Find a way to tie what you're talking about into the Shabbat. Bring it back, man. Reel it in.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we drift and we just start having all kinds of conversations. Next thing you know, we talking about a job and I hate my supervisor. I'm so glad I got this day where I just ain't got to be around. That's what you made your Shabbat day. A day you get away from your boss.
That's right.
Just stop thinking and give Shabbat the honor it deserves. Come true.
Then shalt thou delight thyself in Jehovah, and I will make thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and I will feed thee with the inheritance of Yaakov thy father, for the mouth of Jehovah hath spoken it. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And as most prophets and as most teachers and most people who come to you with God's word, even though in the beginning it may seem harsh, it may seem painful, it may seem like hard to do, and it may seem like we doomed, at the end of it all, he says, then shall thou take delight in Jehovah. That's when you found delight in the Most High. And said, I will make you to ride upon the heights of the earth. So I'm going to put you back here where you belong instead of down there. And all I ask you is that you do my Shabbat. Y'all try to work with one another. This is all I'm asking y'all. You help yourself and I help you.
There you go.
You ain't going to help nobody that don't help themselves. Can't feed nobody with a closed mouth. Yeah, how hungry he is. It says, and I will feed you with the heritage of your ancestors, Yaakov, for the mouth of your Yahweh has spoken. And you can't get a better promise than that. You can't get a better promise from the creator of heaven and earth. It says, for the mouth of your Yahweh has spoken.
There you go.
So we can't get that from nobody. And with that, I pray that y'all got something out of that. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thanking the Most High God for the life of Chief Prince Yediah Ben Yissaskar, for the wisdom that the Most High God has granted him. And it was the perfect end off to this Day of Atonement. And I hope that the Most High God has heard our prayers, has heard our supplications, and that the Most High God look down upon each and every one of us and even grant us a blessing. As I say these words, I pray that the Most High God will bless us all. That He will look down upon each and every one of us and grant us a blessing. Why da bir Yehovah el Moshe lemor, da bir el Aharon we el Benah lemor, ko tavar ku b'nei Yisrael amor lahem. And Yehovah spoke unto Moshe, saying, speak unto Aharon and unto his son, saying, on this wise he shall bless the children of Israel. He shall say unto them, Yogareka Yehovah Yishreka, Yair Yehovah Panawleka Wikuneka, Yisa Yehovah Panawleka Yasam Laka Shalom. May Yehovah bless thee and keep thee. May Yehovah make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. May Yehovah lift up his countenance upon thee and may he grant thee peace. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hope everyone had a great fast. Don't rush out there and put cold water in your stomach. Try to get something warm in your stomach. Don't rush in because you're going to hurt yourself. So if this is your first fast, just remember those things. Also to the people online, of course we're going to have the Shabbat day. Y'all free to go. I know y'all ready to go there. For the people online, we're going to have Sukkot, and also to the brothers. We got to put up that booth. We're going to do it like we did it last year. We're going to have it built up right here. So I believe Operation Shabbat, we're going to try to get it built up so that we can have it for the next day. October 13th is the coat drive right here. Also for everybody out there that would like to donate towards our feast, you can feel free to do so at this moment. We'll give you an opportunity to donate to us. Everybody's rushing out of here. So everybody pulling out their crackers and their tea and stuff like that. Just make sure that you don't hurt yourself. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I need it like right now. Oh my God.
Yeah, but the inside is not cold.